I'm good to go.
Okay. Oh, come on. Hey Cubs fans, this was such an awesome opportunity for me to hang out with Nico Hoerner, and thank you to Cubs Charities, thank you to the entire Cubs organization for allowing this to happen. And I actually won a silent auction through Cubs Charities to be able to play cornhole with Nico Hoerner. This is a very casual hangout, ask him some questions, some fan questions, but also I just wanted to have a chance for you guys to share in this experience. You know, he's my favorite player and I've always wanted to meet him, always wanted to hang out with the dude, and I got that chance. And I just thought, you know what? Setup Nation and Cubs fans, you all should be able to feel this experience too. So that's why I did this. Let's get to it right now with Nico Hoerner. Be my guest. You want to do first round, like just practice?
I'm good to go.
Okay. Good practicing. Okay.
That's one.
Yeah, that is one. There's similarity, you feel like, to just dishing it to Dan feed?
I mean, more of a backhand feed guy, actually.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I feel like bags is definitely more of a Midwest thing, like an essential here.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to anything I grew up around.
I saw on your Wikipedia page, which is always like 100% correct, right?
Probably pretty good.
You volunteered in Peru?
Yeah, I went there in high school. We were there for a full week in Cusco. Basically a language trip, but we did a decent amount at school. They held us pretty accountable to speaking Spanish in the time that we were there, and I felt like it was the best I'd ever felt with it, just because we were supposed to pretty much speak Spanish the entire time we were there.
So you kind of changed your swing in the off season a little bit, right?
Not really.
Not really. So
No.
a lot of people said that you did. I guess during when I was at spring training, I kind of saw you doing this thing where it was like you were kind of stopping your swing in batting practice a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just a normal thing for you in batting practice?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I've done kind of like a sticking my finish.
Yeah.
Started doing that in like 2018 in the fall league. Kind of came out of a drill, and then as things kind of do, just naturally became a part of how I was moving.
What about running? You were stealing it a lot last year. You just kind of like trying to save the legs?
The 1-2, there it goes. Pitches outside for Nico Hoerner. Stolen base, number 30.
Last year, I think with the rule changes, especially early in the year, teams, I feel like the base runners are definitely ahead of the pitchers as far as just information on the rules and the way we're going to adjust. I know that in spring this year, just throughout baseball, is a huge emphasis on controlling running game and adjusting to the rules and things like that. Teams have been a little cleaner with that this year, and then part of it's just situations too.
A lot of people don't know you were a good soccer player.
I was okay.
You were okay?
I played a lot.
Has that helped at all with baseball?
Yeah, I'm sure somewhere along the line, just just totally different parts of the body that you're focused on, and I think the conditioning side of it was too much for me at a certain point. I was not really into that, but
I asked a few people on Twitter for fan questions.
oh yeah.
So I got a few here. So Domenico from Italy wants to know your favorite part of the London series.
Oh yeah, London was just so cool that we were able to be a part of that. Obviously it was a lot to do that in the middle of the season, but my favorite part of it, just like the setting of the game itself, the stadium, I think was it was really different, and it did feel different as a player. But I just enjoyed like the spectacle of it. It's gonna be so cool visually going to the plate and having that many people in the outfield. The bleachers behind the outfield the stands went so much further back than I've ever seen anything. So when you're at home plate looking at the pitcher, just like the expanse of people was just unlike anything I've seen before. I don't remember the total number of people at those games, but it was a lot. Just cool knowing how many people had traveled from around the world to be there, and like a real international sense to the game. And obviously we get that here with players from all different places playing our sport, but actually going somewhere else and playing was really cool to do.
So a lot of people just want to know what's been the difference right now during this kind of lull that you guys are having compared to like when you guys were at your peak in 2023 and just out there and killing it. What do you feel like is the difference right now?
I don't think it's ever one thing. I think the biggest thing has just been straight up offensive production. We haven't scored enough runs, hard to win, not scoring a lot, and we've had a great starting pitching the entire year. And if you were just look at the starting pitching numbers, you would assume it's a baseball team that's winning a lot of games, and so that part of it stings. But every year there's going to be part of the year that one part of the team isn't really holding up their end as much.
You think hitting's contagious?
Yeah, I don't think there'll ever be a way to quantify that, but I do think that it's easier for all of us to produce when each other are having success, as far as just the energy involved and having pitchers thrown out of the stretch and base runners out there, and opposing teams really have to grind. So I definitely think we'll be able to get that going soon.
Dr. Will says, who's the toughest pitcher that you've ever faced?
Camilo Duvall with the Giants, a closer.
Okay.
He's pretty good. We faced him one time in 22, and it was the first outing that he started throwing sinkers, so it wasn't on the scouting report. And he's already very challenging, obviously throwing 100 miles an hour, but the ball going both directions, and that was a tough one for sure.
Man. Yeah, I mean, if it's not on the scouting report and then he just throws it out of nowhere.
Yeah, can't say I would have crushed it anyways, but.
The guys who have Shota's name on, so Cole was one of them, I know him, and he said, how would you feel about them doing Nico on their chest?
Appreciate the love. I mean, it's worked for Shota, right? So I'll take that, take the positive energy for sure.
All right, cool. Cole's got to do it. Next question is from Drew. Do you like shortstop or second base better, and why?
I love playing shortstop. That's what I've always, had my dream of playing shortstop in the big leagues, and I really love doing that. I think playing shortstop, you get a opportunity to develop a skill set that really works pretty much everywhere on the field, and so it's been a fun challenge kind of learning the ins and outs of second base. I feel like I've always been able to play it at a pretty high level, but there was a lot last year and into this year of just doing it every day and the details of it that I'm still improving on, and it's been a lot of fun.
Tom said, who would you consider like maybe one or two of the leaders on the team right now?
Yeah, I think Hector Neris has been awesome for us. I think he's a really nice. I think it's helpful to have guys come in from different organizations because they have a fresh perspective on what's going on here and have experienced a lot in other places, especially someone like him that's played for a lot of winning teams. And I had heard he was great in the clubhouse and stuff, but just being bilingual and having a great sense of the entire clubhouse, and he's a guy that's just contagious laughter and fun energy, but also takes it really serious and holds people to a high standard. He wants to pitch every day. I think like his body of work is incredibly impressive just with the game's pitch.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, of course. Awesome.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you.